In this video, I'm going to explain how to use the sensor randomizer, when to use it, and why you'd want to use it. For context, the sens randomizer is a program that changes your sense gradually over time, so that in 30 minutes you might use double your normal sense, half of it, and everywhere in between many times. But why is this useful? Before I answer this, a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. If you're liking my content and want to watch more, use those aim skills you're working on to click that red button below this video. A sensor randomizer has two main benefits. The first is you'll end up using different parts of your arm more. Regardless of what sense you're on, you'll be using your entire arm from your fingertips to your shoulder, just in different ratios. So if you're on 20 centimeters per 360, you might not use your shoulder a lot, but you should still be good with using it for the times you need it for long flicks. So a sensor randomizer might put you on 40 and force you to practice this more. The second benefit is that it'll keep your brain engaged and adapting. This has to do with random practice, a concept that is scientifically proven by a couple psychological studies on motor learning. Basically, it's just saying if you do two related things, you'll improve faster than doing the exact thing you're working on every day. So like if you play on 20 and 22 centimeters per day, then you'll improve faster than if you only play on 20 centimeters per 360 always. There's also a question of when do you use a randomizer. It's harder to aim while a sens randomizer is on, while it does have long-term benefits. So using it will help you get better, but you won't be reaping the benefits of being better while you're using it. So only use it when you're practicing your aim, not when you're like competing in like Pro League or whatever. I would really not recommend a sens randomizer when in game at all, as there's a very slim chance that depending on the randomizer you could get banned. For Kovaaks, you have to use the whisper sensitivity randomizer. AimLab has a built-in randomizer. I already made a video on how to use the AimLab one. If you want to use the AimLab, click on the card on the top right. The main benefit of the AimLab one is that there's zero chance you'll be banned from any game since it's not a third-party driver. However, the downside is that you obviously have to play AimLab instead of Kovaaks. Now they do run pretty similar settings, but the important ones are type, which you set to 0 or 1. 0 changes your sense to a new number after a certain amount of time, and 1 steadily changes it over time. Baseline sense is just the sense it'll multiply from, so if you just put 1, it'll just be whatever sense you're set to. I'd recommend just leaving it at 1. Max sense is basically what the maximum it can multiply your sense by, so if you put it at 2, you can only go up to double your sense and not past that. And minimum is the opposite, it's the minimum it can multiply your sense by, so you can only go to 0.5 and no lower. Keep in mind, the lower the minimum, the higher the maximum centimeters per 360. So if the minimum is 0.5, that means the lowest your sense will go on the randomizer is 50 centimeters per 360, while it might be a baseline of 25 centimeters. Now about the bans, I've had a randomizer installed on my computer for almost 7 months now. I've had it installed while playing Valorant, I've had it installed while playing Warzone, Apex, Modern Warfare, so many games. I've even ran it in Siege one time. It really has not resulted in any issues for me, and I also haven't heard complaints of other people getting banned in at least 6 or 7 months. However, if you are worried about it and want to use a randomizer, you do have the built-in AimLab as an option. There's a link to the Whisper randomizer in the description if you want to use that one. It's what I use, I'd really recommend it. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more aim training tips.